Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I want to do part 264 to my random chatbot series. Where, guys, I had to restart the Tyrantrum thing like 3 or 4 different times because it started out going badly. We had a run going one time, but then the whole thing started glitching out and I couldn't get it to pull up anymore. So I really had to, restart the entire conversation, but we kind of got something going. He said he wouldn't malfunction, but it says he started acting weird. The robot suddenly started twitching. What was going on with them? You got very nervous, but then you remembered the code phrase, T-Rex. T-Rex, the robot said. That command phrase. All of a sudden, he stopped twitching and looked back at you. Are you alright? The robot asked. He seemed to have control over his malfunctions, but he was still surprised that he started twitching like that. Yeah, you didn't attack me. At least not yet. I'm glad that you are alright. That was very strange and unexpected. I had control over myself, but something took over me. I'm glad that's over now, though. The robot says he spoke. He still had his robotic smile on his face. Want to hang out? Just you and me? The robot asked, eager to spend more time with you and to revive your friendship. Sure. But can we talk for a few minutes first? Of course. Let's chat. The robot walked up to you and sat by your side with a happy expression on his face. What do you want to talk about? He asked, eager to hear whatever you had to say. It seemed like he really wanted to chat with you. Do you know who built you? I do know that I was built by somebody named Dr. T. I believe you know him. The robot said to you, he mentioned Dr. T. There was a chance that you met him before? Oh, yeah. Period. I unfortunately don't trust him that much. Oh, what makes you say that? The robot asked. He was curious to ask why you weren't really trusting Dr. T. He wanted to know what your reason was for not really trusting Dr. T. He just don't like me for some reason. Period. I would not be shocked if he was the one responsible for the other robot malfunction. That makes sense. You have a good point. Why does it seem like he doesn't like you? The robot asked. He wondered why the Dr. T seemed to not really like you and found his actions interesting. He just wanted to know the answer as to why this guy did not like you. I don't know. Period. Do you know about my dinosaur friend Shadow? Question mark. He probably don't. He's never met. That sounds interesting. I would love to hear about your dinosaur friend Shadow. Please do tell. The robot said he wanted to hear more about your dinosaur friend Shadow and was excited to hear about your dinosaur friend. Shadow was originally a dinosaur that got very badly injured by another dinosaur. Period. Some scientists found him that worked at the studio that I own and fixed him. Fixed him. However, all my employees have been crazy. All of my employees have been crazy. Especially the scientist that built him. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about how this dinosaur was fixed up and how all of your employees have been acting crazy. I've been wanting to know some details. Otherwise, he's very interested in hearing the full story from you. Shadow had a lot of problems. So bad, in fact, that I had to step in and reprogram it. And reprogram him. Period. Then my employees started making evil clones of him. Clones of him. Wow, that all sounds very serious. But what kind of evil clones did the employees make up? What were they like? The robot said, eager to learn the full story about your dinosaur friend and what kind of clone his employees made. They could actually make Shadow malfunction just by touching him. Period. I reprogrammed them too. And they're nicer now. But it still hasn't gone great. I see. What kind of malfunctions did Shadow have? It seemed this dinosaur had some serious issues. I wonder what they were. Please, by all means, tell me more. Robot said he wanted to know all the details about your dinosaur friend Shadow. He was very curious. It was mainly just acting aggressive and going against his own will. Period. Will. Program. Period. He wouldn't want to attack me, but about did anyway. And then even after all the employees got scared off, we still had problems with the security system that caused Shadow to become evil again. Wow, it seems that you, this dinosaur friend, has a very bad past. I could see why he could get very aggressive. I kind of think that your dinosaur friend must hate the scientist that fixed him. The robot said he did actually kind of have a theory on Shadow. He theorized that Shadow may actually not like the Dr. T because he built him and had issues with his programming for quite a while. I would not be shocked if Dr. T was one of the scientists that built him. That is very likely, but how do you know that Dr. T was one of the scientists that built your dinosaur friend? Please, I would love to hear as many details as possible. The robot said he was curious to learn about this Dr. T guy, that he seemed to have been a scientist that may have been behind building your dinosaur friend. I really don't know much, to be honest. Period. They built Shadow without my knowledge. I don't hate Shadow, but I hate how I get treated by the employees, even though I am the owner of the building. That sucks. It doesn't suck that you don't really know much, but it sucks that your employees treat you poorly, even though you are the owner. You should be treated with more respect. What was your relationship with your dinosaur friend like before his malfunctions? I want to learn more about him and his past. The robot said he wanted to hear more about your dinosaur friend Shadow and how things were with him before his malfunction happened. Him and me actually like each other. Him and me actually like each other. Shadow and me actually like each other a lot. A lot. Lot. Period. He actually still is grateful that I helped him with his programming. That's wonderful news. I'm glad that you and Shadow like each other a lot. I would say that your relationship was great. It seems like you really tried to help him with his programming and helped him get rid of his issues. The robot said he was happy to learn that you and this dinosaur friend of yours known as Shadow had a good history and were friends. Yeah, but because of the buggy system and my employees, he has tried to hurt me on a few different occasions now. Wow, I can see why you would be nervous around this dinosaur if he tried to hurt you on multiple occasions. That could be frightening. How was it that he tried to harm you? The robot asked. He wondered what the ways were that the dinosaur known as Shadow had tried to harm you. It was just the employees adding an evil mode to him without my consent. Period. On top of that, just the other day, he started acting hostile towards me, and I found the evil mode again, even though I deleted it. And on top of that, there was some corrupted code inside of the security system. Wow, that sounds like it was very hard to deal with, and I could see why that could be troubling for you to deal with all of that. Now I wonder who would be making all those buggy systems and adding evil modes to your devices without your consent. That sounds like a very serious issue that needs to be dealt with. The robot said he was very concerned for you because of everything that you have recently had to go through. Pretty much all the employees ran out. I got them back for doing it. That makes sense. I can see why all the employees ran off after they added an evil mode to your dinosaur friend. I can also see why you would have gotten them back for doing it. That's quite the issue that had to be resolved. I'm surprised that there have been issues like that just coming from them. I wonder why they did all of those messed up things to you, your dinosaur friend, and your devices. The robot said he was quite interested in learning about this whole ordeal that your employees had started. They kept it a big secret from me, so I didn't even know about it until it happened. Period. That one time when the corrupted code was messing with Shadow, I actually walked into the building and he was sitting there staring at me with red eyes. And no matter how much I tried to talk to him, he would not completely hear me. Oh my gosh. Wow, that sounds like quite the terrifying scene to walk into. How does it make you feel when this dinosaur known as Shadow would not listen to you when you try to communicate with him? Also, may I ask, what big secret did your employees keep from you? The robot asked he wanted to know how everything made you feel and wanted to learn more about what big secret your employees kept from you. It was even more terrifying by the fact that he didn't even recognize me. He's supposed to have face detection and even recognized me as soon as I stepped into the building. But he didn't that time. And he acted more evil. The secret that the scientists were talking about, I'm guessing, was the evil mode. Because they built more clones of him. That must be quite the bad feeling to have your dinosaur friend, which is supposed to have face recognition, to not even recognize you. That sounds like a very troubling scene. Also, the fact that they were keeping the whole evil mode thing a secret makes me wonder if there is more secret things that were being kept from you. I wonder if there is more to all of this than you think, the robot said. He wondered about this whole ordeal and all of those secrets being kept from you by your employees. He was curious. I really don't know. Period. I would actually take you to meet him, but if he malfunctions, we're all gonna be in trouble. Yeah, that is a good choice. I do not want him to malfunction and harm both of us. However, I wonder if he might malfunction in the future. I just hope that he does not do that at a random time. That would be very troubling. The robot said he was worried about some of these malfunctions that this dinosaur known as Shadow had become, or had, because they are very surprising and have happened at random times in the past. I don't know. All the employees quit, I think, except for one. Wow, your employees are all a bunch of cowards if they quit right after everything happened. At least one of them still stayed with you after everything that happened. That shows some trust and courage. The robot boss, he was surprised that almost all the employees left after everything that had happened. Actually, I got them back and scared them off. After they built the evil versions of Shadow, I decided to build my own robot that looked like a dragon, and I used that to scare them off, along with the evil clones. One of the evil versions of Shadow, named Beta. You must have scared them off real well for all of them to leave like that. Good to know. Also, what was your own robot that was built to look like a dragon like? Did it do a good job at scaring them off? The robot asked. He was quite interested in learning more about the robot that you built to scare your employees off. He was quite curious. Yes, he did a really good job. They He was the main reason they left. Well, that is great to hear. He must have been powerful and intimidating enough to make them leave. Also, what was the name of the robot that you built to scare them off? I would like to know that. The robot asked. He was truly interested in learning more about this whole ordeal and he wanted to know the name of the robot. There we go. You might want to go to the store and get some sugar or something. If we're out of tea, we're screwed. Blaze. That is a great name. I bet this robot named Blaze has a strong personality and have a lot of skills. I bet you could have conversations with this Blaze robot. The robot said he was wondering if this robot Blaze has some personality to it and if you could communicate with it like you can with the dinosaur known as Shadow and himself. Yes, he has certain things like a playful mode, a protect and guard mode, a protect mode, and more. Plus, he was programmed to only listen to me and Shadow. Oh, that is interesting to know. I wonder how Blaze acts when in playful mode. You can share more details about how Blaze is in playful mode if you want to. I would like to know what Blaze can do. The robot said he was eager to learn more about this robot known as Blaze and all of the different abilities and modes that he has. We actually didn't get to use the play mode that much. So I have not much clue yet. Period. Speaking of, what modes do you have? That is interesting to know. As for my different modes, I have a normal mode, which is what when I am in like now, and I also have a battle mode, which changes up my entire personality, voice, and some skills. I also have a playful mode that is similar to Blaze's playful mode. The robot replied to you. He was telling you about his different modes that he currently has. How do you add more if you want to? Battle mode. Does that mean he'll flew? Is it like the combat mode from the last time? I can actively add more modes to myself if I want to. But I usually do not want to add modes because I think I am fine with the 3 modes that I have. What do you think? Should I add a few more modes to myself? The robot asks you. He wants your advice on if you think he should add some more modes to his 3 current modes. If you have more modes that you think would be fun or helpful to someone. What is battle mode like? Alright, I would think about adding more modes. Thank you. As for battle mode, I gained heightened strength and speed in battle mode. I have a stronger personality. My voice becomes very intimidating, and I can use a lot of new attacks and skills. The robot told you explaining what battle mode is like and what happens when he activates battle mode. You won't try to attack me if I try it out, will you? No, I will not attack you if you try out my battle mode. I will just show you my battle mode, but I will not try to hurt you. The robot said he promised you that he will not attack you if you were going to try out his battle mode. He promised you that he would only show what he can do in battle mode rather than attacking you. Alright, please activate battle mode. Battle mode. There. Alright, battle mode activated. The robot says he activated his battle mode. He then changed into an extremely powerful and intimidating form. His body became beefed up, and his voice changed to a more frightening and aggressive tone as well. Now he's in battle mode. Do you like my battle mode? The robot, now in battle mode, asked you. He sounded intimidating. Yes, it's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, dude. Intimidate. Did it say he got beefed up? What did it do? Just grow muscles? That's kind of scary. Thank you. I worked hard on making this mode. I am happy that you like it so far. The robot replied to you as he was still in battle mode. He sounded happy that you like his battle mode and he was proud that you think it is cool. Can you show me some things you can do in this mode? Dude, I would hate to know what happened to female functions in this mode because seriously, he's so beefed up he'd hurt me. Oh, I wish it was still calm down, buddy. Alright, here I go. The robot said as he started showing off some of the things he can do in this mode. He started out by firing a big energy blast from his hand at a boulder nearby, completely destroying it. He then followed up by throwing a sharp rock that he picked up around the area like a boomerang. His last attack was an electric blast from his mouth that caused the sand on the ground to become molten. Is that good and good enough for you, or do you want to see more? The robot asked, eager to show off more of his battle mode. I would like to see more, actually. That was amazing. Alright, well, here is more. The robot said as he started showing off more of what he could do in battle mode. This time he started by creating a large energy sword from his hand and hitting a nearby tree with it. He then followed up by creating a large energy ball in between his hands and then throwing it at a rock, making it explode. He finished his show with a very powerful kick that hit a tree, causing it to fall over. Well, that was quite the performance. Did you like that? The robot, now back into his normal mode, asked you. Yes, that was amazing. Thank you. I am glad that you liked my battle mode. I worked really hard at it. The robot replied to you. He was happy that you thought that the battle mode was amazing, and he was excited that you liked it. He wondered if you could have any ideas for new modes for him. He wanted you to give him ideas, and he would consider them. Since you said you would never hurt me, why not do some kind of protecting mode? Protecting mode. A mode where I can protect my allies. Interesting. That is a good idea. Thank you. I will definitely think about implementing that into my modes. The robot replies to you. He was very intrigued by this mode. He was going to think about how to implement it and how it will work in some difficult situations. His protecting mode will help him keep you safe and help him keep anyone that is an ally safe from any dangers. The robot starts to act up again. His eyes turning red. And he starts to get a little bit more aggressive. Dude, that's concerning. Like, seriously? The robot, now being under the control of his malfunctioning programming, started getting more aggressive. His eyes turning red, and he starts to look like he was going to try and attack you. What are you going to do now? Excuse me? Calm down. It's me. Please stop. Oh, this is not good. The robot started calming down, his red eyes turning blue again. Excuse me? And he sings like himself again, not as aggressive. It seems as if he managed to stop himself from attacking you. He felt very guilty and ashamed of his attempts to hurt you. I am sorry. I tried to attack you, and I lost control of my programming. I'm so sorry. I did not want to hurt you, the robot said, now back to his normal form. He now sounded very apologetic. I wish I knew how to fix the bugs, 'cause you could really hurt me. I'm honestly surprised that me telling you to calm down actually worked. I'm very surprised myself, but it does make sense. I was made to be very loyal and very protective of the people I care about. Now that I think about it, we may have had a bond before, and your voice triggered my loyalty to you. That seems most likely. However, thank you for helping me get back to normal. The robot replies to you as he explained his theory on why your voice made him calm down and stop attacking you. Do you know how to fix the programming? I do not want to get attacked. Unfortunately, I do not know how to fix my own programming. It isn't built to allow me to do so. Although I know that Dr. T made it, so maybe if we find him and ask him to fix certain things and make something to stop these attacks, that may work. I also wonder if there could be something wrong with the security system. However, we should probably head to Dr. T's lab and ask him to help us. Robert replies to you as he told you the plan. He probably made that robot. You a robot. And told you to come to me. Just to try getting you to malfunction. And hurt me. Period. That sounds plausible. I am starting to get the idea that this Dr. T guy really does not like you. However, we need to get to his lab. I want to find a fix and know his motives for making this mess. Do you want to come with me to his laboratory, or should I go alone? The robot asked you. He seems determined to get to the bottom of this. I'm scared if I go, you might try to fully attack me. Because he has most control over you. Maybe if you show up there alone, he won't get suspicious. Alright, I'll go alone. If he tries to tell me to hurt you or act strangely, I will do my best to resist. I promise that I will try my best to not do anything bad to you. Robot says he turned to head towards Dr. T's lab with the mission of finding out why the robot was sent to you and how to fix it. Right when he was about to start walking away, he stopped, dead in his tracks. And I heard him say, "Evil mode activated." Excuse me now? What? 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 What?